This movie was filmed with the GoPro Hero 10 Black and the ND8 Polar Pro filter. And that's been said, let's have a look at the settings which I've used. Resolution is set to 5.3K at 60 frames per second. Lens was set to super view. Hyper smooth was set to standard. All the rest of the settings in that section are off, or we are setting them, leaving them to default. So scheduled capture is off, duration no limit, hindsight off, and the timer is also off. We want to ease off the camera, and let's have a look into production settings. Bitrate is set to high, shutter speed is 1/120, so we are doubling our frames per second that we are filming at to achieve the most natural motion blur. EVA compensation, because we locked our shutter speed, is not applicable, so we cannot change that. White balance is set to 5500 kelvins. ISO minimum is 100, ISO maximum is 800. Sharpness was set to low and color profile flat. Raw audio is off and wind is set to auto. I was also going to record a time-lapse sequence for that movie, but for some reason when I was trying to trigger the camera to record the time-lapse, the shutter button just wouldn't start recording. So instead what I've done, I placed the GoPro on my surfboard mount. I positioned the board where I wanted to, and I just recorded a normal sequence at 60 frames per second, knowing that I'm going to speed it up in a post-production process to achieve that time-lapse effect. Now there's one more thing that I want to pinpoint to you, and it's very important. All the settings which I'm giving you here are manual, so they are designated to be then worked on. So the colors would be quite washed, and the image that you're going to get is not going to look like mine is looking while you're watching the opening sequence, the movie sequence for this episode. All that is achieved by post-production, color grading, and editing processing. So the settings which I'm giving you will provide you with the best image from the GoPro, but it needs some work to be done afterwards. With all that being said, I am Lasso. As always, remember, be inspired, be creative, and be active. On to the next one. I'll see you soon.